Look what I got. Doc! Gerard! Did you know on the inside was special mushrooms? Yes! Natural fear of black people. They're programmed. You know, like, watch. Ah! See how frightened he was?
How are you?
Good.
You have a beautiful accent. Where are you from?
I'm from Holland. Bye.
I'm from Detroit.
Shit, that shit made me mad, man. Just never do that to me.
You didn't marry me for my cooking.
You got that right, baby. That's why we got little Junior over there.
Yo, man, don't let a girl come between us, man. We don't hang out no more, nothing, man. This shit hurt, man. Damn, not the penthouse.
You guys still obsessed with the iconic 1992 rom-com Boomerang? I mean, who wouldn't be? Eddie Murphy brought the heat as Marcus Graham, and that love story still gives us all the feels.
Spend the night with me.
Oh, Christy, no, it's just too soon. I can't.
But here's the thing. Making Boomerang a box office smash wasn't all smooth sailing. There was some wild behind-the-scenes moments that went down, and I'm about to spill the tea. From crazy casting calls to on-set shenanigans, I've got the scoop on 14 weird and wonderful facts that'll make you go, wow! So buckle up and let's dive into the drama, intrigue, and secrets that made Boomerang a cinematic masterpiece.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Marcus Graham.
Morning.
Y'all, the 1992 movie Boomerang was a straight-up masterpiece. The plot was fire, with Eddie Murphy killing it as Marcus Graham, a high-powered ad executive with a bad case of womanizeritis. But things get real when he meets his new boss, Jacqueline Breuer, Robin Givens, who's basically a female version of himself.
How is it?
I haven't seen that. Let Nelson do it by himself.
Talk about a wake-up call.
I work with.
I quit.
You can't quit.
And let's not forget the star-studded cast featuring Halle Berry, David Alan Grier, Martin Lawrence, Grace Jones, Eartha Kitt, and the hilarious Chris Rock. This movie had us all in our feels, but now it's time to spill some tea. 14. Eddie Murphy was the inspiration behind the movie. Did you know Boomerang was basically Eddie Murphy's brainchild? He teamed up with the writers, Barry W. Blaustein and David Sheffield, to develop the story. And after they nailed the first draft, Murphy brought in Reginald Hudlin to direct.
I think you draw from all your life's experiences when you're writing something. By the time the audience sees it, you're showing them experiences that you had 10 years ago.
Hudlin had already made waves with his debut film, and Murphy knew he was the perfect man for the job. So, there you have it. Boomerang was essentially Eddie Murphy's passion project.
This is a shield. Then we have...
And trust me, it's about to get even more interesting. Stay tuned, y'all, because we're about to dive into some more wild and weird facts about this iconic movie. 13. Most of the filming was done in New York. Well, here's the thing. Most of the filming went down in the Big Apple, New York City, during the dead of winter. But despite the chill, director Hudlin was hyped to be filming on location. He said it was all about getting that authentic NYC flavor. And fun fact, most of the film was shot on location too. They transformed the old Univision building into Marcus's workplace and even shot Lady Eloise's bedroom scene at the Boston Park Plaza. But here's the kicker. The suite was personally redesigned by none other than Ivana Trump. Talk about a unique vibe. And last but not least, Strange's intro scene was filmed at the stunning Winter Garden atrium of Brookfield Place. They brought the drama and the locations brought the heat. 12. Grace Jones owned the role effortlessly.
They want to be shocked, and they want to be stunned, and they want to be jolted.
So, you know how Grace Jones landed a role in the film? Well, here's the thing. The part was basically written as a parody of herself. Talk about meta.
I didn't even know there were extras. I mean, there were people from the airport security, people driving those little buses around that you go back and forth to the gates on.
But what's even more fascinating is how Jones threw herself into the role. Hudlin spilled the tea, saying she was 100% committed and would do the wildest thing at any given moment.
Well, I'm gonna have to do this, okay? Go for it. Yeah, all right.
Like, this lady was all in. And the cherry on top, Jones came in humble and sweet, ready to slay the role that was tailor-made for her. 11. B.B. Drake claims most of the scenes were unscripted.
All right. I gotta go.
Okay, bye, Tyler. Take care of yourself.
See y'all later, all right?
Can you believe BB Drake's behind-the-scenes secret about the iconic film Boomerang? She revealed that most of the scenes were totally unscripted.
Was that improv or was that all in the script?
Most of it was improv.
Talk about thinking on your feet.
It was real strange how all that came about. It was just very strange how it came about. There was no bathroom scene.
Apparently, BB's manager called her out of the blue.
Getting a phone call, could you get yourself ready and to come to New York in 2 days?
And before she knew it, she was on set trying to keep up with the hilarious cast. She admitted that it was a bit of a culture shock. Everyone was so funny, and she felt like an outsider.
You got all these comedians, and you got to find yourself a place to fit in. Or if you don't, it's just too bad.
Can you imagine being thrown into that chaotic comedic mix? 10. Gibbons kept forgetting her line.
Well, I just had to meet you because you are the most handsome, the most virile man.
Can you even believe that Robin Gibbons was straight up forgetting parts of her role and script? I mean, this is a woman who's always on point with her lines, but for some reason, she just couldn't get it together this time around.
But it was funny here because I'm really pretty good, like when I get notes from directors, and doing this with Eddie.
According to Gibbons herself, she was having major brain farts on set. She'd walk into a room, and for the life of her, she just couldn't remember to close the door behind her. Like, what's up with that?
He was so sweet because they kept telling me, Robin, when you come to the apartment, close the door. Reginald Hudlin, the director, said.
And to make matters worse, these little memory lapses were happening during scenes with the one and only Eddie Murphy.
And I kept forgetting, I had such a fever, I kept forgetting to close the door. So poor Eddie would come in and he'd say, you could see it on his face, she still didn't close the door.
But here's the thing, Gibbons was low-key impressed by Eddie's patience on the set. She's known him for ages. We're talking way back to her college days when Eddie was just starting out on Saturday Night Live.
Me, because we'd known each other before. So we met when I was a sophomore at Sarah Lawrence, and he had just gotten Saturday Night Live about that time.
So when she finally got the chance to work with him, she was totally stoked.
So it was really, really, really special later on to then get to work with him.
And despite her little memory mishaps, she still got nothing but love and respect for Eddie. Word. 9. Lady Eloise's butler was a last-minute call.
Marcus Graham, Lady Eloise.
Marcus, darling.
We're about to drop another juicy secret about Boomerang. Get ready for this weird fact that'll leave you going, wow. So, you know the role of Lady Eloise's butler? Well, here's the tea. That part was played by Jonathan Hicks, a homie of director Hudlin's.
I don't have any panties on.
Lady Eloise, please, we have a meeting. Can we just please go?
But what's even crazier is that Hicks wasn't even an actor. He was a reporter for the New York Times. He only took the role as a solid for Hudlin since the original actor was out sick at the last minute. Talk about a favor for a friend. Hicks stepped up and the rest is history. 8. Eartha Kitt took deep offense about her role.
Wouldn't you like to get out of that tight shirt?
You know how Eartha Kitt was cast in the film? Well, here's the tea. She was actually the toughest person to pin down for the role. Why? Because Kitt was low-key offended by her character's vibe in the original script. She wasn't feeling the tone, and some of the jokes were straight up tacky.
Just because you are 60-some-odd years old now does not mean that you have fallen apart.
But Hudlin and the team weren't about to give up on Kitt. They made some changes, axed the questionable jokes, and eventually won her over.
I also feel that if I had done that, it would be an insult to them as well.
The result? Kitt was a total pro to work with, according to Hudlin. He said she really got into the spirit of it and was a blast on set. Talk about a turnaround.
It keeps the skin tight, and none of us are getting any younger.
7. Martin Lawrence thought to cast Tisha Campbell and Martin after this movie.
Your man even do the Cabbage Patch for you. Get it?
Don't do the Cabbage Patch. No.
Y'all, buckle up for the 7th weird fact about Boomerang. It's a real jaw-dropper. So, you know how Martin Lawrence was cast in this film? Well, it turns out he was brought on board after working with Hudlin on House Party, his first major film role.
And what you think about you?
What, you heard something?
Oh, no. Sheree!
And get this, Tisha Campbell was also part of House Party and was later cast as Murphy's feisty neighbor in Boomerang. But here's the tea. Hudlin was always singing Campbell and Lawrence's praises on set. And Murphy was like, yo, Hudlin, you should do a film with these two. And then things got real. Lawrence was developing his own TV show at the time, and he ended up casting Campbell as his girlfriend and later wife on the hit sitcom Martin.
Am I romantic?
Hey, Mark! Hey, Mark! What's up? Dana, what's up, y'all? What's going on? What you doing here?
Talk about a full circle moment. 6. Reginald Hudlin is the mastermind behind the infamous foot gag scene. You know that cringe-worthy moment when Eddie Murphy's character gets totally grossed out by Robin Givens' feet? But here's the crazy part. The scene originated from a joke between Hudlin and his friends. Apparently, they were clowning around about a dude who's so picky about women that he even checks out their back teeth. And then it hit them. They wanted to make Eddie's character a total foot freak. So they landed on the foot gag, and the rest is history. It's hilarious, it's cringeworthy, and it's totally iconic. The scene is still giving us life, and we can't help but laugh every time we think about it. 5. Thanks to David Alan Grier and Martin Lawrence, there was no dull moment on set.
Nice meeting you. Marcus, would you join me for a second?
Come on, girl, get on through there.
So here's the deal. Whenever David Alan Grier and Martin Lawrence were on set, the whole crew's vibe was shift. They'd move a little slower, but it wasn't because they were slacking. It was just that these two comedic geniuses were bringing the laughs.
Very artsy-fartsy.
My name is David Allen. I'm Martin Lawrence. Damn.
Whenever Grier and Lawrence were working, the whole set would turn into a comedy club. Everyone wanted to be around them, just to soak up the funny. It was like they were magnetically drawing people in with their jokes and antics. Can you even imagine the chaos these two would stir up on set? It's like they were a dynamic duo of comedy. 4. Halle Berry was accepted to star in the movie without second thought. So, Hudlin laid eyes on Halle Berry, and it's a done deal. He's dead set on her playing Angela. And here's the twist. Halle's low-key freaking out, thinking Murphy's gonna straight up reject her. But let's get real. Halle's got credentials. She'd already killed it in a few flicks before Boomerang, such as Jungle Fever.
I like her. I was most fortunate to make her acquaintance most recently.
And Strictly Business. So when she crushes the screen test, Murphy turns to Hudlin and drops the mic. That's it. We're good. No need to see the other two actresses. Halle's the real MVP.
I love those guys. We were just all starting little babies and trying to figure it out.
Can you even handle it? Halle Berry comes in, brings the heat, and boom, she snags the role. Talk about making a statement.
Mindset. What do you mean? You didn't think about Jacqueline one time while you were in there.
It's true.
3. Givens actually had the flu during filming. Get ready for a wild, weird, and totally jaw-dropping fact. Can you even believe that Robin Givens was low-key miserable on set, filming those steamy scenes with Eddie Murphy, all while dealing with a nasty case of the flu? Girl, talk about suffering for your craft.
Kind of busy right now. I just found out that I'm going to have to be spending a lot of time out of town.
But here's the tea. Givens' mama came to the rescue, bringing her trusty old home remedy. Liver and onions, anyone?
I remember my mom coming to visit me, and my mother thinks liver and onions cures all illness. So she's like, we need to make you liver and onions.
Yep, mama believed the magic combo would kick the flu to the curb, and Givens was all about it. She took the meds, and voila, she was back to her old self, getting cozy with Eddie in no time.
And I remember eating liver and onions, which I happen to really like, and going and doing the scene.
Mama saved the day, and we're living for it. 2. Paramount Pictures was skeptical about starring Givens. You know Robin Givens, Eddie's boss in the film?
This is absolutely ridiculous. Are you watching this? This is incredible.
Well, let's just say Paramount Pictures was low-key freaking out about her being cast in such a major role. Why? Because Givens had some major baggage, courtesy of her messy divorce from Mike Tyson. Tyson had thrown some serious shade, calling Givens a gold digger, and the public ate it up. Givens tried to set the record straight, but the damage was done. Now, you'd think this would be a major liability for the film, but director Hudlin saw it as a major asset.
Like Sharon Stone and Michael Douglas, but let's see Eddie Murphy and Robin Givens. It's a really refreshing change of pace.
He figured Givens' rep would make her the perfect foil for Eddie, the notorious ladies' man. Hudlin wanted the audience to feel like it was a fair fight, with Givens holding her own against Eddie's slick talk. Talk about a bold move.
I was more comfortable working with Robin than any actress that I've ever worked with. And I think that's because we've been friends. I've known Robin since we were teenagers, you know.
1. The movie was termed racist. Hold up, y'all, because this next fact is straight jaw-dropping. The iconic film Boomerang faced some serious racist backlash, with haters complaining that the movie didn't feature any white leads.
It says the most intriguing aspect of Boomerang turns out not its story, but its racial composition.
But Eddie Murphy wasn't having it. He shut down the noise, making it clear that Boomerang wasn't about racing. It was about bringing the funny and breaking down barriers.
It's a movie with an all-black cast, and it has nothing to do with being black or nothing. It's just people.
Despite the drama, the film still received mixed reviews from critics. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a mediocre 49% approval rating, with an average score of 5.3 out of 10. And on Metacritic, it scored a lukewarm 45 out of 100, based on 19 critics. But here's the thing. Boomerang still slayed at the box office. On its opening weekend, the film ranked in a whopping $13,640,706, landing in the number 3 spot. And it didn't stop there. It held on to that spot for 2 more weekends. By the time it wrapped up its theatrical run, Boomerang had grossed over $70 million domestically and $61 million internationally, for a grand total of $131,052,444. That's right, folks. This movie was the 18th highest grossing film in the U.S. in 1992. Talk about a major success. Boomerang was on a roll. The verdict's in, y'all. Boomerang was a straight-up blockbuster, killing the game and stealing hearts.
Man, what are we doing?
We're kissing.
And the cast, they still bringing the heat, doing their thing and crushing it. But let's keep it real for a sec. Eddie Murphy's performance in that movie, it was a full-blown phenomenon that's still etched in our memories.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah?
Trying to seduce me on the sneak tip. Oh, that was very seductive what you just did.
What are you talking about?
The man brought the fire, and we're still feeling the flames.